So let's talk about it here. When you started filming, did you know that this would be a project that spans a 12-year space?
Not really, because there's a lot of sleight of hand. I started in my mid-20s. I'm 29 now, and it wasn't until the final few months where I incorporated all this old footage and really expanded the sense of time.
Okay, so Steve James is a name that rings a lot of bells out here. And for those who maybe it doesn't ring that bell, Steve James produced Hoop Dreams, which is widely known as one of the best sports documentaries, if not the best, of all time, chronicling the life and the path of two high school basketball players here in the Chicagoland area. You partnered with him on some other projects, which led you to working with him on this project as well.
Yeah, my initial entree was working with Kartemquin Films, which is, this collective here in Chicago. And then a couple of years in, Steve hired me on his series, America to Me, to direct 3 stories. And that's coming out next week, which is kind of crazy. It's kind of a crazy time. But so after working for him, I asked him to come on as an EP, and he was like, sure, I'd be glad to.
So John Seda, who just left the show, as soon as he's walking out, he goes, is Bing here? And I go, how do you know Bing?
Yeah.
Can you tell us about the connection you have with John Seda?
I've worked in the camera department on shows and movies here for many years. And so, I worked a lot in Chicago PD, and, I used to slate in front of his face and mark his feet.
That's really cool. So tell us about this project, because it's a really cool documentary that you've done here. Can you explain to those out there about why this Mind in the Gap documentary is getting so much buzz, what it's about?
I mean, it's getting billed as a skateboarding movie, but in reality, there's like 10 minutes of skateboarding in it. It's really about coming of age, and it's about, really getting at the softness that's within a lot of young men growing up today. And it ends up being about, the experience of the women in their lives as well.
So domestic abuse is a big part of this, taking place in Rockford. Why did that become a theme in this film?
It was a very personal experience for me, and I really wanted to find a way to make it watchable and to make it, understandable in a new way, in a really, emotionally holistic way. I think I'd seen a lot of projects that dealt with that, tonally they were really dark and sort of twisted and just had your stomach in a knot. But, for me, growing up and experiencing it and having other people, around me experience it, you still have these hopes and joys, and, it's a different experience from what I was seeing on the screen, and I wanted to reflect that in a story.
Absolutely. Why skateboarding?
Well, it's a magical vehicle. I mean, it's, for me and for other people that do it, I think it's a little bit more like dancing and jazz than it is like, something aggro like kickboxing. And so I wanted to express that as well.
So cool. Big Lou, you gotta love getting all this buzz. It's gotta feel really special for you, right?
I mean, I feel like it's been a dream. I feel like I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and I'm gonna, be waking up and slapping sticks in front of John Seda's face again. So,
well, keep living that dream, man. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Really fun to watch the rise of somebody so talented. Mind in the Gap is playing on Hulu, and the film will open at the Gene Siskel Film Center on August 31st. Make sure you go and check it out.